welcome, excuse me, to your message. Now, in true Mercury retrograde fashion, the first video that I recorded got deleted. So, here we are again. Now, that does, and I'm laughing because electronics be pissing me off. And during Mercury retrograde, it's so expected. Like, I don't even know why I'm even mad. But anyway, definitely redo energy. It definitely speaks to, if you're seeing 000 or 0000, hard reset, do over, start of a new cycle. There's a new beginning. Okay, now I got notes, and I'm gonna read from these notes because Mercury retrograde is a time for me that is just, you'll find me writing rather than making these videos, okay, during retrogrades, because it's when I tap into my writing capabilities. Okay, you'll find more posts on the community tab than you will videos, just because that's the energy I be in. Okay, significant download I got today for divine counterparts, which this is a divine counterpart coming into reunion with your soul tribe message. Okay, so either or both and is what I want to say. So just take it however it resonates for you. But I will say, oh my goodness, I'm gonna try to make this video not as long as the last one, and let's just get into it. Okay, there's a lot of different things going on, so just only take what resonates. Really feel for what resonates with you in this message. Okay, so corresponding numbers you may be seeing will be here, but this is very significant for a 13-year cycle ending or closing out. Okay, so someone's closing out, or some of us, okay, is closing out a 13-year cycle, and that's going to resonate for you however that's going to resonate what this cycle consists of or pertains to. But usually I don't know who these messages are for, but I know who this message is for. Okay, this is for my soul tribe members, and those coming into physical reunion with their soul tribe. So 13-year cycle being closed. What that means is whatever that consisted of for you is now ending. Okay, so whatever hardships you were going through, whatever trauma you were dealing with, whatever repeated lessons you were having to learn is now being closed out. And originally there are 13 cycles going 13s, okay, not 10. There's 13 moon cycles, okay, which coincide with a woman's 13 cycles, okay, throughout the year. They coincide with those moon cycles. There are originally 13 months and 13 zodiacs, okay? Different subject, but it ties in a little to the message, okay? That'll be another video for another day. But over the weekend, I came to the awareness of this 13-year cycle being closed out for me personally. Okay, today is when it set in of what this actually meant, which is translated into this video for you. Okay, so, and actually today equals to 13. Today's date equals up to 13. Okay, very significant and resonant, or should I say synchronistic. Listen for the details, okay, because Spirit has me telling my personal experience, so it has significance to someone. Okay, so just listen for the details, see what resonates for you. The years 2011 could be very significant through 2024, okay? Now, for me, November 2011 to November 2024 is very significant, okay? That's my 13-year cycle that is closing. And when I did this video the first time, I kept saying 13-year-old, okay? I feel like that's pertains to someone's 13-year-old, so you might have a 13-year-old child or a 13-month-old child. Take it as it resonates. But when I came into the awareness of this 13-year-old, I'm still saying 13-year-old, 13-year cycle closing, it was on Saturday, November 28th, okay? Very tough day for me emotionally, okay? And so that could resonate with someone else. This time frame, okay? But how I understood that that's what was happening was I was talking to my kids about going to the store, and I mentioned a store named H-E-B. Okay, we don't have that store out here. It's only in Texas as far as I know. But in that instance, when I said that store's name, I automatically knew that something of the time frame of me living in Texas was closing out, okay? So I moved to Texas in November of 2011. And so Texas could be significant for someone. Also, the store H-E-B could be significant for someone. But on that day, I was saying, you know, about talking to them about going to the store, and I let them know, you know, since I had made that slip up, okay, but it's not a slip up, it's the universe's way of letting you know what's going on. It's you being in tune with things, okay? And I explained to them what was going on. But like I said, that day was very emotional, okay? Things ending, okay? So today is when it came up again into my awareness. And I would just let my guys know, thank you. The cycle has ended, it has closed. And as I said, I'm so grateful my phone lit up, okay? And as I looked down at the phone, it was 88% on my phone battery, okay? 8s are significant for abundance, okay? Positive abundance. And the time was 10:28 a.m., okay? So that equals to 11. 11 is master manifester, or the master visionary, okay? So that could resonate with someone. Your life path number could be 11. But like I said, I know who this video is for, okay? So those coming into divine union. Now, divine union with a partner or partners, however your connection resonates, and or your soul tribe, okay? Now, soul tribe is not to be confused with soul family. Soul tribe or soul group, okay? Your soul tribe is those who came into your life at whatever point, okay? They are the ones who go through your life with you until the end, okay? They don't leave. So when we talk about divine union, it's about being deeply rooted and connected to yourself first and foremost, okay? So which means doing the healing, resolving past trauma from childhood or throughout your life period, which leads you to be deeply connected to the universe, okay? And then at that point, you're ready to have that profound and deep relationship with a counterpart, okay? So someone else who's done the work, you have a soul contract with them, they've done the work, and you guys are now at the same frequency to come into alignment with each other, okay? So at that point, seeing 2-2 and 3-3-3. So when you come into the awareness or contact with your divine counterpart or soul tribe members, you'll find that you have lived parallel lives, okay, in some way, shape, or form. And this could mean that maybe you were brought up in similar ways. Your family dynamic is similar. It could mean you've suffered the same traumas. It could mean that you've had the same happy experiences or traumatic experiences, positive experiences. It also could mean that you have existed in the same space and time at some points in your life unaware, okay? Where you are not physically aware, but your soul is aware, and which can translate into physical symptoms. And the phrase I was getting for that was bringing one another online. So it's like an activation type thing, okay? Your soul's being activated. And now, like, I don't like speaking about myself, okay? But my guides are letting me know that that's going to be important soon. So that's why I'm here speaking on personal references, okay? And most likely others need confirmations for what they're going through or what have you. But the year 2014 could be significant for someone, okay? So, like I said, you may have had physical experiences throughout your life with no real explanation for why you were having them. So an example is, or also you could have been drawn to a certain place or have certain ideas or epiphanies for some unexplained reason. So in 2014, I said that wrong, 2014, so 2020 could definitely be significant for someone. In 2014, I started to have these like random blackouts or fainting type, not fainting really, but blackouts and brain seizures is what they were saying. Okay, and I started to see a neurologist frequently. And also at the same point in time, I started taking my children to a new dentist. And in this plaza, there was a boot store, okay? And I would always want to go down there and look around, and I don't wear cowboy boots or anything of the sort, but something was just always drawing me there, okay? And later on, I will find out that that particular boot store has something to do with my divine counterparts, okay? And at that same space and time, they were in that same space and time, just in a different store, okay? So same boot place, different store. So Austin could be significant. But another instance is, and I'm saying this to say so that when you do come into contact with your soul tribe members, divine counterpart, these are things that will let you know. These are references, okay? How you will know that these are the connections, okay? These are confirmations that these are you're connected, okay? That's what I want to say. And you can speaking from personal experience, okay? Because I'm in tune with the universe, okay? I'm in tune with my divine counterparts. I'm in tune with my soul tribe. So I pick up on what they feel. So depending on how connected you are, you will have the same things. And then you'll learn later on that that's what it was, okay? So late 2017, November or December, I started having chest pains, okay? And so I decided to have it checked out because it started becoming more and more frequent. In early January, I started seeing a cardiovascular surgeon, trying to figure out what was going on. And I was being prescribed some type of medication, but they hadn't done any real, workups to figure out what it was. Like, what are you medicating me for, right? So what I did was I asked them, I don't want to be put on the medication. I need y'all to figure out what's happening. And then if I feel like medication is necessary, then we'll go from there. So they put me on a heart monitor for about 3 weeks in early January. After 3 weeks, we're in a heart monitor and all of this, there was no heart activity. There was nothing wrong. Okay, they couldn't see anything wrong. So later on, a few years later, I will find that one of my soul tribe members had a massive heart attack in that time frame. Okay, so as with these messages, they could be past, present, or future. Just like with my abilities and I'm feeling things, they could be past, present, or future. Okay, so then they resonate with you if you have these same abilities or connection to your people. Okay, so another soul tribe member, we carry the same, I would say most likely same DNA. Now, not as in family related, but as in ancient DNA. Okay, we carry the same blood disorder. And I found out because I heard this person talking about it, and I had just had the experience, near-death experience, okay, in the hospital suffering from this long-term blood disorder. And at that point, when I was in the hospital, having to sign a waiver that I would not take a blood transfusion, that they would have to give me another way of dealing with the issue. I was at a resolve that whatever happens would happen. Okay, but the end result is that I started getting iron infusions. Come to find out, they don't really work as you think they would. So, long story short, I came up with a natural remedy. Well, or I came across, was guided to a natural remedy that's been helping. So, message for someone: we are able to heal ourselves naturally. Okay, getting back to basics. That's a message for someone. So this is a divine counterpart message, okay? Or if it resonates for you as coming into contact with your soul tribe, okay? Now, divine counterpart, twin flame, high level soulmate, all these titles, okay? They may resonate with you, and I use these titles because they may resonate. Now, titles really don't matter, okay? Now, if the years 2011, this 13-year cycle, if 2011, any of those years resonate with you, they will resonate as your 13-year cycle closing out. Now, these time frames could resonate. And 2011 was the year that I moved to Texas from California. And any of these details could resonate with you and serve as confirmation, okay? Or serve as parallels, okay? Confirmation if you hear that notification. So in 2010, I started to plan my exit from California, okay? I got a divorce, okay? 5-year relationship, 1-year marriage, and I was moving, okay? Any of that could be relevant and serve as confirmation for you. And when I talk about titles, they don't matter. It's because, and I'll give you an example, because the title of wife didn't sit well with me. And I would hear my then husband say wife, or I'd be called a wife, and it never resonated, okay? And when something doesn't resonate with you, that's how you know it's not for you, okay? And when I say not for me, that situation was not for me, okay? I was married on paper, I was married physically, okay, but my soul was not in it, okay? So that's how you know when something is for you and what's not. So that situation could resonate with someone, because that paper doesn't guarantee marriage. This is what guarantees marriage, okay? That soul bond, that heart bond, that connection, okay? No amount of piece of papers with names scribbled on them or laws can determine what is for you, okay? So any of this could resonate as confirmation. Also, California in general could be a confirmation. Getting married at the courthouse could be confirmation. I keep hearing 13 months, okay? So you could have been in a connection with someone for 13 months. You could have a 13-month-old. You could have a 13-year-old. Something besides this 13-year cycle is relevant, okay? 13 does equal to a 4. So your life path number could be a 4, or you could be an Aries, or an Aries could be significant for you. Aries or Taurus, actually, because I believe those are the 2 signs in April. So just take it as it resonates. But the bottom line is, titles don't matter. What you're going to need to determine is how you feel, your soul core resonance with someone, and how I describe what you will feel. You will feel who your soul tribe is, your divine counterpart is. There will be no mistaking, okay? Because this is about the feel, okay? Your empathic nature, your empathic ability to feel into someone. So take the message as it resonates. Now, I don't know how long this message is going to run. I do want to get into some message of the confirmation from the cards, but another way I receive messages is, I mentioned it before, my dad's coffee cup that I put on his altar, okay? I've gotten a few messages, more than a few that way, but I got one today. And sake could be significant, because actually I put his coffee in a sake cup, so you may drink sake, you may drink coffee. But this is connected to a message having to do with the cycles of the moon, okay? Because once I got done stirring the coffee cup, or the cup, there were 3 significant bubbles in the cup on one side, and on the other side was what looked to me to be the waning moon phase, okay? So you can look that up and see what that looks like, the waning crescent, okay? And it remained that way until I set it down on the altar, okay? So it's about a good 25 20 to 25 feet from my kitchen to the altar in my living room, okay? So those years, 20 years old to 25 years old, could be significant for you, or your 30s. So that 10-year frame of your 30s could be significant. But it did not change until I set the cup down, okay? And when I set the cup down, one bubble busted. And I'm gonna get back to that. But this phase of the moon, the waning crescent phase, is a period of time that could have been significant for you because one just passed right before the new moon. Okay, so these past 3 days could have been really significant for you and for the information coming out in this message. Or the next one could be significant for you because if you haven't already done these things, this is letting you know that this is something that you're going to need to do. Okay, so the waning crescent is what is called the final phase. Very significant with these 13-year cycle. This 13-year cycle that is closing out, okay? Very significant. And this is about letting go and releasing, okay? Now, what I will say is that I'm not one to follow what everyone else is doing or whatever, like, oh, the new moon is coming. On this day, you said such and such and such. Or the full moon is coming. On this day, you said such and such and such. If I get the feeling, my intuition is telling me that I need to let something, someone, an idea, let it go, I begin to release, okay? So you don't always have to wait until the day. Now, some people will say that the energy is stronger for that particular ritual on that particular day. If I'm already vibing with the energy beforehand, I'm going to do it. If my instincts are telling me when this full moon comes, I don't need to do anything, I won't do anything, okay? I'll let the universe do what it needs to do in order to move me into whatever position I need to be in, okay? So that's just a little sidebar. But the waning crescent moon will be very significant for someone, and I feel like a lot of this will definitely be past energy. Is something you've already done, and this is going to confirm for you that you are on the right path and you have made the correct choices, okay? It says the waning crescent moon is the final phase of the lunar cycle before the new moon, and it symbolizes a time to rest, reflect, and prepare for the next cycle. So at this time, most likely you have already released and you're in a waiting period or a holding pattern or energy of relaxing, allowing flow, okay? Like I said, allowing the universe to do what it needs to do in order to move you into the position you need to be in, okay? Divine intervention. And you may have felt very tired. You may have felt, I would say within a week's time frame, you may have felt like you needed to withdraw, okay? Be to yourself, okay? And that is what this is pertaining to. This is pertaining to the root chakra, being grounded, and 555 on the timer. When you're coming back to self, it is helping you ground, get back into you. What are you doing? Focusing on you. What do you want? Okay. What do I feel? How do I need to exist in this space and time? Okay. What's best for me? So it says Muladhara, and I think I pronounced that right. I'm not sure, but it feels clear. which is giving me the energy of clarity being brought into a situation, okay? So you may feel like whatever actions you took brought you some clarity. It may be that someone has brought clarity to you in order to make those decisions, okay? So just take it as it resonates. Like I said, it could be past, present, or future energy. Now, if you have not already released, okay, whatever it is, and then the last reading, encumber, was a word they gave me. So whatever is holding you back, stifling you, and let me go, actually, so I still have it pulled up. Restricting or burdening you. If you have not released these things, that's what you will need to do in this incoming waning moon phase, okay? That is what will set you on the right course and on your right path to moving to your new cycle. So, back to the bubbles, okay? Like I said, there were 3 bubbles until I set the cup down. 1 bubble busted, which had no effect on the other 2 bubbles that was in the cup. Very significant message, okay? So I was getting the message of someone dropping out of a competition or what they view as competition, okay? Take it as it resonates. I also got the message of divine intervention in a third-party situation. Now, this could be something or someone, okay? A third-party situation is not always interference by someone, okay? This could be an outdated belief. This could be something holding you back. This could be a job, whatever that thing is, okay, that's interfering. So this could be something or someone being removed from blocking the progression of a connection. 1 bubble popped while the other 2 remained intact. Also the message of someone getting their bubble busted. And what also came through with that, and I kept hearing 13-year-old, okay, so the message of bubble being busted was leading into something else, okay? If you have a 13-year-old and you're rejecting the idea that they are not any longer a virgin, you may want to look into that. You may want to have a conversation, okay? Clarity is what's coming through with that message, okay? Now, you may get your bubble busted, okay? This is about clarity. It's about knowing. So, side message for someone if you have a 13-year-old and that's resonating. So only take it as it resonates. But this could also pertain to, you may have thought something was set in stone, okay? And you found out that the situation, dream, goal, or ideal, and they gave me the word ideal, so you may use ideal. I say idea. So that may be significant for someone. You may have found out that this was not what you thought it was. You got your bubble busted, okay? So someone recovering from some sort of financial loss was coming through. And I was seeing 3 of Pentacles in my mind's eye. So you could have been collaborating with someone on this project or goal, and they were not a good business partner or partner in general, because this could also resonate as pertain to a love situation for someone not being a good partner. But what are some things you may need to release is what I'm going to get into with the cards, okay? And if you've already done releasing, this could be confirmation for you. If you resonate with the messages coming out, that you are on the right track, like I said. But there was a message coming through. in the last reading. I'm going to bring it up again because they're bringing it to my attention again. And I'm going to read it word for word. Now, I get clairaudient messages. I could be getting messages in real time as I'm hearing clairaudiently what's going on in the moment, but also it could be that I'm hearing a future conversation. It could be that I've heard a past conversation. Okay, time runs congruently. So what I was hearing was someone's parents speaking about them having a child. Okay, so the message was someone's parents are either telling them they are too old to have a child, too old to start having children, or this was a conversation that the parents were having that they hadn't had with their adult child as of yet. And so you may have had this conversation already, and this will serve as confirmation. Or this is something that if you feel it resonates, you will be having this conversation. I just get the information, okay? But I'm going to get into a message of that in a different reading because I don't want this one to be too long, because I am being told that it does need to be a reading. But the other message that came through with that, when I did go to the cards, because there was a particular card came out, and I may have it still laying here. And it was the Pillory card. I think I shuffled, but it was a card called the Pillory card, and it's about public. It's about public humiliation. Okay, so that conversation, that if you did have that conversation or any other conversation recently, you felt humiliated, someone losing their temper, blowing up over the situation, feeling vulnerable, or like they were brought out into the open. Maybe your business was exposed. But just take it as it resonates, however that resonates for you. So I just want to see and get some more confirmations for you at this time. Holy Spirit, allow me to see as you see with all truth and clarity, please and thank you. I'm going to do a 369 spread, please, for these messages. And I just saw the Wheel of Karma, and it, excuse me, it did come out in the past reading that I deleted. But it's letting me know it coincides with that 13-year cycle. I keep saying 13-year-old. 13-year cycle closing, 444 on the timer. Karmic cycles being closed. Karmic lessons being learned, okay? You've completed a lesson. You've learned a lesson. And now it's in the past, okay? You're able to move forward with a clean slate. Mercury being in retrograde is a time for us to, and I have it here actually, lessons resurface, people resurface. What can you learn from things returning to your life? What can you heal? What can you move forward from? So not only does Mercury retrograde fuck up our electronics, it's a time for reflection. And that's literally what that waning crescent moon is speaking to, okay? Very significant. 7-7 is here, and I keep having to clear my throat. So I feel like someone did speak up in a situation. So we're just talking about a conversation. So however that resonated for you, maybe you did blow up, and maybe you felt like you had to because you had to express what you truly felt, okay? But this is 7-7. You know, 7s represent luck, but they also represent psychic abilities, psychic intelligence, okay? Someone may have, and there's a 7 right behind it, which is lone wolf energy. So we have 7-7-7 here. It's very significant. I'm going to put these cards back and actually pull out the 369 spread. But it seems very significant, okay? So this is a very lucky time, okay? Time period. Pisces, Libra, and Capricorn is here. Very significant because Pisces is about the emotions. Libra is about balance. And Capricorn is about being grounded, okay? I feel like someone's emotionally stable because things have been brought into balance. Whatever this situation is for you, and maybe you felt like you had to speak up on, is now brought into balance, okay? There's been some, I'm hearing leveling of the playing field, but this is karma coming into play. This is karmic justice, okay? Things being brought into balance. 717 on the timer. And this lone wolf here, this speaks a lot to whatever this conversation is that I heard. Someone may have been in that lone wolf energy their whole life, and their family is trying to impose their own opinions on someone's life is what I feel, okay? Telling someone they're too old to have children, or they shouldn't have children, okay? That's an imposition, because nobody can tell you what to do with your life, okay? You do what you feel is what it should be, okay? But this is very significant. Someone was at a crossroads and they chose to go their own way instead of listening to their family, okay? So let's see, I'm gonna put these cards back. Very strong energy if they come back out. So let's see. Anamkara, soulmate energy, and so we're talking about divine connections, okay? Jack and Diane is here. Those names could be significant. I know I had to actually get something to drink. I'm chewing gum, but I feel like it's like my throat chakra is really agitated, so somebody could be having throat chakra activations, okay? Let's see. I'm not gonna get out all the cards and then we'll go through them. It's time. Wheel of Karma back out on the table. That's 2 8s already. There's a 2, tandem bicycle. Fork road is back out on the table. Ooh. Person of Earth, Capricorn energy, Earth signs. We have Rainbow, which is a wish granted. 8, empty nest. Rings, which is another 2, speaking to divine partnerships. And Diamond. Bottom of the deck we have Child. Okay, one of the same cards that came out in the last reading that I deleted. But these are the signs on this card is Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, so those signs could be significant. But this Child card speaks to your inner child, okay? This is a card of, it says do what you love. And that speaks volumes because I feel like this energy, someone having to let go of maybe family tradition to go their own way is very significant, okay? This says delights in simple things, and that's giving me the energy of decluttering, okay? So somebody may be letting go of a lot of things, not just emotional ties, but a lot of material possessions, okay? And behind that is chocolate, which is satisfaction, okay? And that's giving me an energy of being satisfied with the decisions that you've made, okay? Now, the first card is it's time, and that is an 8, okay? And it says it's time for action. Things are fast-tracked to unfold quickly and smoothly, okay? The next card we have is Wheel of Karma. Like I said, karmic debt coming into balance, okay? Karmic lessons being learned, things now being in balance for you to move forward, okay? Now, one of the numbers that is very significant is 1996, okay? And not so coincidentally, I put on the shirt today that says 1996, okay? Before I knew I was going to do this reading, so 1996 is very significant. But this card says divine intervention, like the message we already that came out earlier. And also rise and fall. So you could have been going through a lot of ups and downs recently, okay? Tandem bicycle. It says synchronize. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities. Like I said, the numbers will be here in the beginning of this video, so you know what synchronicities will resonate. Partnership, unison, collaboration, togetherness, aligned. You are aligned. If you have already done the releasing, you are aligned and on the right path. Harmony, 2 of a kind. Fork in the road is here again, okay? So that's letting me know strong energy of somebody making some very tough decisions and choosing their right path, the correct path, which is the path that leads back to you and what feels good in your soul, the decisions that feel good to you, what feels good to your heart, okay? Following your own heart. Person of earth. This is earth signs, confirmation if you hear that. This is being grounded, okay? The waning moon speaks to this grounding energy, okay? This also speaks to security, nurturing, prosperous, dependable. So this is the energy of being grounded and stable. With the rainbow card right behind that and speaking to wishes granted, and we also have the Wheel of Karma here. These are all cards of abundance. These are all cards of wealth. These are cards of things manifesting in your favor, okay? So if things recently have not been going the way you feel they should or in a positive direction, understand that the wheel's turning, okay? That energy is shifting because you've done what you need to do. And if you still need to release so that you can get on your correct path, this is letting you know. Empty nest. This right here is giving me the energy of someone finally wanting to cut. I was about to say cut the cords, and I'm hearing apron strings. So that's very significant for someone. And I'm seeing one of my cards, but it's a page of, maybe the page of Pentacles that I believe it's the page of Pentacles. And on that, in that deck, it's like, because the page is a child, okay? And they're walking away and there's a mother figure standing in the background looking sad, and that's empty nest energy, okay? Someone's leaving the nest. It says moving on. Cycle completion, so confirmation if you hear that, and I'm going to read this information, this notification. Let's see what it says. Notification, this affirmation. It says, I'm going to keep working to break out of my unhealthy habits and cycles. This is letting me know that someone still needs to release. Okay, so take it as it resonates. But the emptiness is speaking of endings and beginnings. Okay, the void, and that is just the period in between this waxing moon phase. I keep saying waxing. I'm thinking waxing now. It finally came out, but it's the waning moon phase into the new moon. It will feel like a void, okay? And that's what this card says, where nothing's happening. But that is the period you need to be resting in, okay? This also says separation, lonely, new life, okay? So somebody may be in separation from their divine counterpart, and they're feeling lonely, okay? And this is that void in between you ending that old cycle and stepping into a new one, okay? Because the message is divine counterparts coming together, and which brings us to the rings, okay? Now, the rings and a diamond, very significant, okay? The ring says contracts, agreements, bonds, strong connections, union, partnership, lovers, telepathy. Could be a lot of telepathy going on in this period, this time frame. Committed partner, engaged, interconnected, soulmate. Okay, we got two. We saw Adam card, which speaks to soulmates, soul connections. You have the tandem bicycle, and now rings. Diamond. It says creative force, invincible spiritual power, multifaceted, commitment. So this diamond card could also speak to a ring, okay? In the last video, the emerald card came out, and the phrase I was given with that was family heirloom. So that could be significant because they're reiterating it to me. But this card says light, purity. Now you may feel a weight lifted now that you've made the decisions that you have. However, this is resonating for you, okay? And I wasn't gonna go to this deck, but I literally just saw myself go to this deck in the reading that I deleted. So I'm gonna go to this deck again for messages. Maybe there's more messages here. And for the fact that when I split this deck, it was the lovers, and now there's justice here, says a lot. Nine of Swords as well. So Nine of Swords, you may have been going through a stressful period in some type of court case, okay? Also, in that last reading, something about a globe is significant. Maybe someone has one. Also a library, home library. Let's take it as it resonates. What are the messages for the collective needing them at this time? And I feel like this message is so scattered from the first one that I recorded because I was very calm in that video. And I feel like the message flowed, and just that quick, the energy shifted. And this video me recording now feels really choppy. So that could be significant to the energy that you're in. But like I said, there's some type of breakthrough, Ace of Swords, some type of clarity that's going to be provided. What other messages do you have for the collective at this time, Spirit Team? They're showing me Seven of Cups. Someone may feel like they got a lot of tough decisions to make. The Devil, okay? And this can speak to a lot of outside negative interference. It could speak to, with the Hangman on the bottom of the deck, this could speak to you being caught up in your own thoughts, because I did see Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords is already on the table. This could feel like, if you can see the picture, this entity or person has someone on strings, You could feel like someone was trying to control you, trying to control your actions, your decisions, your whatever it may be, okay? But definitely someone has took the lead in their life with the Emperor energy here, okay? And Ace of Wands taking the lead. This also speaks to that master visionary, that 11, okay? But the Seven of Cups is what I was speaking on. Somebody may feel like they have a lot of tough decisions and didn't know what to decide, but the message is you made the correct decisions, whatever they were, okay? The Eight of Cups being here, this is walking towards the sun, walking away from emotional attachments and walking towards what it is you feel you need to be walking towards, following your heart. Six of Wands is public recognition. It is success, okay? So this is being on the correct path. This is Spirit letting you know you're being acknowledged and you're being affirmed. You are on the correct path, okay? You're on the correct path. This is the Sun card, okay? Taking the initiative in your own life, having the strength, the courage, those are all the energy of the Sun. And if you take a look at the community tab, that very last entry there speaks to the energy of the Sun and remaining in optimism. 444 on the timer. Here's that globe, okay? So planning for the future, someone could be traveling or planning to travel. The Tower energy here. These are some very quick and abrupt, tough decisions someone has made, okay, very recently, which has ended some things, that 13-year cycle, and brought you into the new, okay? Now, these cards came out in the last reading, and they're here together. Now, someone, this Queen of Pentacles is a mother figure. Seven of Swords is a deceptive energy, okay? This could be the dynamic you were dealing with. Someone definitely had to speak up to a mother figure, okay? Someone who could have been meddling in their life. Like I said, trying to control in some type of way, okay? And I just saw the Queen of Swords. Somebody definitely had to speak up in the situation. The moon. That moon phase is going to be very significant, okay? That may be a deadline for you. For those who have not already took action, okay? The next waning moon phase. By the next waning moon phase, you need to release ties, release connection. The moon is also what's hidden. The full moon can also be illumination, okay? Or a breakthrough or a big reveal in some type of way. But if you can see the black wolf here and the white wolf here, we already talked about lone wolf energy, okay? But this would need to be the combining of the two, both aspects of yourself, light and shadow. Somebody may need to do some shadow work, okay? There definitely needs to be some type of protection, but this is also divine intervention by way of protection. Six of Pentacles, this is things being brought into balance in your life, okay? And we already saw Justice. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is here twice with the Ace of Pentacles. This is a brand new solid beginning in your life. The 13-year cycle is ending for you to step into your final phase, okay? So with that being said, that is the message. Take it how it resonates for you. I hope this provides some clarity into whatever this situation may be for you. I wish you all the best moving forward, and take care.